Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome to New This Week, the show where I go over TV shows and movies that are coming out on multiple different platforms, Sky, Amazon and Netflix, and basically give them to you so you guys can go and watch them in the next week or so. So as always, we'll start with Sky. So, coming out on Friday on Sky is Alita Battle Angel. Now this came out a couple of years ago and it's about this guy who finds this robot, salvages it because it's like a human-minded robot, and finds out that basically it was built to fight. It was almost like a robot army type thing, like secret agent type thing, and it's about how, you know, this robot who's female, she discovers it herself and she wants to know her origins and she wants to fight for it, but obviously because she's the last of her kind, naturally people want to take her down and destroy her. So it's like a massive battle between her and like a couple of humans and then a bunch of robot people and a big bad human bad guy. So yeah, it looks it's very action based, so if you're into that, that's coming out on Friday. Coming out on Saturday, one a bit more for the kids is Curious George's Royal Monkey. Now basically it's just on the same grounds as any Curious George story. However, Curious George gets mistaken for a prince. Now this and then gets taken abroad, and then they find out that it's not this monkey and he causes trouble but also improves their life somewhat. So yeah, it's just like any Curious George thing really. Now that's it for Sky, so moving on to Amazon. Now coming out on Friday on Amazon is The Last Narc. Now this is a documentary series about like the Narcos family and the death of Kiki and the investigations that got put into it, and also a lot of the cover-ups that happened. It seems to talk about a lot of the conspiracies, a lot of what happened, and goes over a lot of stuff. So if you're into that and into knowing about crimes and about what happened in the past to do with crimes, I recommend you go and watch it. It definitely seems an interesting watch. Also coming out on Friday is Alex Rider Stormbreaker. Now this came out about 2009-ish. I could be wrong there, but it was around that time. And it was the first Alex Rider movie. Well, it's actually mainly called Alex Rider Operation Stormbreaker, but it's advertised as this. So yeah, it's the first movie based off the book. I'm not sure if there was any sequels to it, but yeah, it's basically Alex Rider's uncle goes missing. He got too close to uncovering the truth. Alex Rider finds out that he was being trained all of his life to be a secret agent, so has to basically be a secret agent but also still go to school and keep up, you know, with his normal life to keep his identity. So yeah, seems quite cool. And moving on to Netflix, on Monday today is Trial by Media. Now this is a documentary series about 6 different cases that were the verdicts were very driven by the power of the media, whether that be that they shone a good light on the person being prosecuted, or shone a bad light on the person being prosecuted. Whichever one it is, they had some sort of impact, and it goes over those cases and whether the media should have such an impact on people, and there's such an impact on trials and stuff like that, you know, just for the sake of being getting money off of papers sort of thing. It definitely seems interesting. I think it will make you think a lot more when it comes to cases and how people are portrayed in the media. Coming out again today is Have a Good Trip, Adventures of Psychedelics. Now this is again a documentary series. There's a lot of those this week. Is again a documentary series about, this time, drugs. Basically acid, LSD, whatever drugs. It's basically about them all, and about the trips that you get, and just about the effects that it has, and all of that. It's got a few famous faces in there as well, to talk about their personal experiences with it, and the effects it has, and whether it, like, you know, some people shine a good light on it, that it has a future and all of this, and some people are like, I've done it once, no, it wasn't for me, it was awful, it was horrible. You know, it shows the good and the bad. I don't think it's one of those where it's gonna go too far on the one side. It does, at least in the trailers, show both sides, so I think that will happen in the documentary series as well. So yeah, that is that. Coming out tomorrow is Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt's Kimmy versus the Reverend or something like that. Now this is a Netflix interactive series. Now this is the first interactive series on Netflix in a long time, where basically you choose the story, you make decisions, you choose the story. And yeah, it seems quite like a funny, like a comedy type thing, but also with a lot of adventure, and you know, it seems like you can make some decisions that end really, really badly, and then you have to redo it until you get a decent ending. And it jokes about that in the trailer, the fact that there's some endings in there that aren't meant to happen, like no matter what, so you basically get a do-over of your decision. So yeah, it seems quite funny. It seems like it doesn't really take itself so seriously, and it's just, I think it's exploring the realms of a interactive series on Netflix. So yeah, that one's coming out tomorrow. Coming out on Wednesday is The Wrong Missy. Now this is about a guy who meets this lovely, glorious, wonderful girl, and goes on a date with her, and then he goes back to work and is like, right, speaking to his mates, and is like, right, okay, I've got to invite her out on the second date. The work do are going out to Hawaii, and he gets to invite someone as his partner, as in like romantic partner. So he invites Missy, the person that, you know, he had this wonderful date with. He gets on the plane and then finds out he invited the wrong one. He actually invited this crazy girl who went on a blind date with him and was completely insane. So naturally, he's not very happy that he has to spend a whole weekend with this absolutely insane girl who he doesn't like. But it seems like she starts to win him over that little bit. It again seems quite funny, like it doesn't take itself seriously, it goes out there, it's just very, very funny. Like, just go and watch the trailer, you'll probably chuckle at a few parts of it. So yeah, that one's coming out on Wednesday. Definitely recommend that one. It's one of the better ones I've seen from this week. Coming out on Thursday is Schitt's Creek. Now, Schitt's Creek is a sitcom. They came out a few years ago and I think it's finished already, but Netflix have got the rights to it now, or as in like they can show it. So that's coming out on Thursday. So it follows a family, and naturally things don't go quite well, and there's a bit of dispute within the family and stuff like that. So yeah, that's coming out on Thursday. Coming out on Friday is White Lines. Now, White Lines is about this guy who basically he has drugs on him, and you know, he deals with them a lot, and then this woman comes back and is like, comes back basically because 20 years ago her husband miraculously disappeared. No one knows whether he's dead, alive, missing, whatever. They're pretty sure he's dead though. And she's trying to find out the truth. I think he either doesn't want to find out the truth or knows a bit more than he's letting on, because he gets a bit defensive about it and doesn't want to talk about it and stuff. But then all of the people that could have done it get involved as well, and the police are involved, and there seems a lot of death, violence. It all seems to come together. So that one I definitely think is worth watching. It's a TV series as well, so they can explore a lot of different avenues. They can really explore the relationships between the people and the guy that's dead. So yeah, that one's coming out on Friday. Also coming out on Friday is Magic for Humans Season 3. Now this is about a magician who goes out into the public and performs magic. There's no camera tricks, nothing like that. It's just pure magic, and he performs it in front of people. And he says that it's to make him feel more human. I'm guessing like it's to just build up that rapport with people and speaking to them and stuff like that. This is obviously Season 3, so I recommend you watch the previous 2 seasons before you go away and watch this one. But it's not gonna have any storyline. It's gonna be very similar to any magician show out there at the moment, but you never know, this guy may have a bit more charisma or something that you like a bit more than the other magicians. So that's coming out on Friday. And another thing coming out on Friday is Kindergarten Cop. Now this is a film with Arnold Schwarzenegger in, and basically he's an undercover cop trying to find this mother and child before this killer does, because they've gone missing or something like that. So before he kills them, the cop needs to find them. But where he goes undercover is a primary school full of kindergarten kids, and naturally goes horribly wrong because he has no training, nothing. So it just goes horribly wrong, and he has to learn how to deal with the kids while also doing his job, which involves shooting people, punching people in the face, and just being an absolute awesome cop. So yeah, that is coming out on Friday. And finally coming out on Friday is Craig Ross Jr.'s Monika Me, which is Season 2. Yeah, I spoke about the first season a couple of weeks ago, and now the second season's coming out on Netflix as well, so it must have done well. So yeah, it's just about I guess a few people, you know, swapping partners and stuff. So yeah, go and watch Season 1 to know what it's about. It was one of those I struggled to know what it was about from the trailer, so I think it's one of those you just got to go away and watch it, and then you kind of get the feeling as to what it is. But yeah, that is everything coming out this week. A less eventful week than the last couple, but still there's a couple of really good stuff in there for you to go away and watch. So yeah, put down in the comment section down below which ones are you excited to watch, which ones do you want me to review myself, and I can add them to my list. Hit that like button to tell me that you like this video and like this series itself. You know, it takes a bit to make it and to find out all the stuff, but I love doing it, so please, if you like it, like the video, and if you're new, subscribe for more. Do this every week, and I've got a load of other stuff on the channel as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!